There is something undeniably powerful about a woman who has lived, learned, healed, and chosen herself again and again. She doesn't walk into a room demanding attention. Attention naturally leans toward her. She doesn't compete with youth. She embodies depth. She doesn't chase validation. She radiates value. And when people describe her as irresistible, they are not talking about her age. They are talking about her presence. A mature woman becomes irresistible not because time passed, but because she evolved, because she faced disappointment without losing her softness, because she experienced love without losing her standards, because she walked through fire and came out warm, not bitter. Irresistibility is not about appearance. It is not about perfection. It is not about pleasing everyone. It is about emotional power. It is about self-awareness. It is about quiet confidence. And there are habits, very specific habits, that shape this kind of magnetic maturity. The first habit is emotional regulation. A mature woman does not react. She responds. There is a difference. Reaction is impulsive. Response is intentional. She has felt anger, jealousy, fear, insecurity, but she does not allow those emotions to control her behavior. She understands that emotions are signals, not commands. When something triggers her, she pauses. She processes. She reflects. She asks herself, why did this affect me? Instead of exploding or shutting down, she communicates calmly. This makes her emotionally safe to be around. And emotional safety is one of the most attractive qualities in the world. People are drawn to those who make them feel stable, predictable in a healthy way, grounded. When she speaks, it is not chaos. When she listens, it is not defensive. She has mastered the art of self-control, not suppression, but understanding. The second habit is selective energy investment. A mature woman does not give everyone access to her time, her body, her emotions, or her attention. She understands that energy is currency. She does not overshare with strangers. She does not overcommit to people who have not earned consistency. She does not chase conversations that feel one-sided. This selectiveness is not arrogance, it is discernment. In her younger years, perhaps she gave too much too quickly. Perhaps she confused intensity with intimacy. But maturity taught her that not everyone deserves her full presence. And because she does not hand herself out freely, when she chooses to invest, it feels valuable. Scarcity creates desire, not manipulation, not games, simply self-respect. The third habit is deep listening. A mature woman listens in a way that makes people feel seen. She is not waiting for her turn to speak. She is not mentally preparing her next story. She listens with curiosity, with empathy, with attention. And when she speaks, she reflects understanding. This creates emotional intimacy effortlessly, because most people in this world are starving to be understood. When someone feels heard without being judged, they associate that feeling with the person who gave it to them. Irresistibility is not about talking more. It is about understanding better. Fourth habit is strong boundaries without aggression. She says no without guilt. She expresses discomfort without drama. She walks away without revenge. This is power. A mature woman does not beg to be chosen. She chooses herself first. If something disrespects her values, she removes herself quietly. No public scenes, no emotional threats, just clarity. And clarity is magnetic. When someone knows exactly where they stand with her, there is stability. When her standards are clear, there is respect. When she does not tolerate inconsistency, there is accountability. She is kind, but she is not weak. She is loving, but she is not available for chaos. The fifth habit is emotional independence. She enjoys connection, but she does not depend on it for identity. She has hobbies, she has purpose, she has friendships, she has her own world. Because of this, she does not suffocate relationships with expectations. She does not demand constant reassurance. She does not collapse when someone is busy. She understands space, and space creates attraction. When a woman's happiness is not entirely dependent on external validation, she becomes powerful because she is choosing connection, not needing it. There is a subtle difference between I want you and I need you. Desire is attractive. Dependency is heavy. The sixth habit is self-care without apology. A mature woman prioritizes her health, mentally, physically, emotionally. She rests without feeling lazy. She invests in her appearance without feeling superficial. She works on her mindset without feeling broken. She understands that taking care of herself is not selfish. It is responsibility. She protects her peace. She chooses environments that nourish her. She avoids gossip. She limits negativity. She reads. She learns. She grows. Growth is attractive. Stagnation repels. Evolution attracts. When someone sees that she is constantly becoming a better version of herself, not for validation but for alignment, it inspires admiration. The seventh habit is authenticity. She no longer pretends to be smaller to make others comfortable. She does not fake interest to be liked. She does not hide her intelligence. She does not exaggerate vulnerability to create attachment. She is real, and real is rare. Authenticity creates trust. Trust creates connection. Connection creates desire. A mature woman understands that being herself filters out the wrong people and attracts the right ones, and she is no longer afraid of that filter. But there is something deeper underneath all these habits. It is self-awareness. She has taken time to understand her patterns, her wounds, her triggers, her strengths. She has faced uncomfortable truths about herself. She has apologized when necessary. She has forgiven herself when needed. Healing is attractive, not perfection. Healing. Because healing creates softness without weakness, strength without coldness, confidence without ego. When a woman has processed her past instead of projecting it onto the present, she becomes emotionally light to be around. She does not compare herself to younger women. She does not compete with other women. She does not chase attention to feel valuable. She knows her value. And value that is known internally does not need to be announced externally. There is also a calm sensuality in maturity, not loud, not performative, just embodied comfort. She is comfortable in her skin, comfortable in silence, comfortable in slow connection. She does not rush intimacy. She understands anticipation. She understands depth. She understands that true attraction grows when mystery is respected. Irresistibility is often quiet. It is in the way she maintains eye contact without intimidation, in the way she smiles without seeking approval, in the way she carries herself with posture that says, "I am enough." And perhaps the most powerful habit of all is accountability. She does not blame the world for every failed relationship. She reflects, she learns, she adjusts, she grows. When something ends, she does not immediately label herself as a victim. She asks, "What can I learn?" This mindset makes her emotionally mature. Accountability builds respect. Respect builds attraction. Attraction built on respect lasts longer than attraction built on appearance. And here is the psychological truth. People are not attracted to perfection. They are attracted to emotional experience, how someone makes them feel. A mature woman makes others feel calm, understood, challenged in a healthy way, inspired, safe. That combination is rare. Youth may attract attention quickly, but maturity sustains attraction deeply. When she walks into a room, she does not scan for approval. She observes. She senses energy. She engages intentionally. She exits gracefully. She does not try to be irresistible. She becomes irresistible as a byproduct of self-mastery. And self-mastery takes time. It takes heartbreak. It takes reflection. It takes choosing dignity over impulse. It takes nights of loneliness where she did not lower her standards. It takes mornings where she decided to rebuild instead of resent. So when someone calls her irresistible, what they are truly responding to is the discipline behind her peace, the discipline behind her confidence, the discipline behind her boundaries. Irresistibility is not luck. It is constructed through habits, through emotional intelligence, through self-respect, through growth. And the most beautiful part? Any woman can build these habits. Age does not automatically create maturity. Conscious living does. When a woman chooses to regulate her emotions instead of projecting them, when she chooses discernment instead of desperation, when she chooses listening instead of dominating, when she chooses boundaries instead of begging, when she chooses independence instead of dependency, when she chooses self-care instead of self-neglect, when she chooses authenticity instead of performance, she transforms. Not into someone different, but into someone aligned. And alignment is magnetic. That is the psychology of a mature woman who becomes irresistible, not because she seeks to be desired, but because she has learned to desire a peaceful, grounded, powerful version of herself first. And when a woman reaches that level of alignment, something shifts in the way she moves through the world. She no longer rushes conversations to fill silence. Silence does not intimidate her. She understands that comfort in silence reflects comfort within oneself, and that quiet confidence speaks louder than constant noise. She also understands timing. A mature woman knows that not everything deserves an immediate reaction, and not every opportunity deserves immediate acceptance. She has learned patience, not passive waiting, but strategic patience. She observes patterns before forming attachments. She studies consistency before offering vulnerability. She allows time to reveal character. This habit alone protects her from unnecessary emotional damage because she no longer confuses charm with integrity. She no longer mistakes attention for intention. She watches actions and she trusts patterns over promises. Psychologically, this creates intrigue. When someone cannot easily predict her emotional availability, they lean in with more attentiveness. Not because she plays games, but because she respects pacing. Fast intensity often burns out. Slow depth builds roots. Another powerful habit is her relationship with insecurity. A mature woman does not pretend she has none. She acknowledges her insecurities, but she does not let them dictate her behavior. She does not compete with younger women's bodies or newer trends. She enhances what she has instead of obsessing over what she lacks. This self-acceptance creates a glow that no cosmetic can replicate. When a woman is comfortable in her evolving body, her evolving face, her evolving life stage, she radiates peace. And peace is deeply attractive because it is rare in a world obsessed with comparison. She also speaks differently. Her words are intentional. She does not gossip for bonding. She does not insult to entertain. She does not exaggerate to impress. She communicates with clarity and depth. She can hold intellectual conversations. She can discuss emotions intelligently. She can disagree respectfully. This intellectual and emotional balance stimulates connection on multiple levels. Attraction is not only physical, it is mental and emotional. When someone feels mentally engaged and emotionally understood at the same time, attachment deepens naturally. A mature woman also carries a subtle unpredictability, not chaos, but layers. She has stories, she has experiences, she has perspectives shaped by real life, and she reveals them gradually. Mystery is not about hiding, it is about unfolding. In psychology, gradual disclosure increases attachment because it triggers curiosity and investment. When everything is revealed too quickly, interest fades. But when layers are uncovered with trust and time, connection strengthens. She also practices gratitude, not naive positivity, but grounded appreciation. She appreciates small efforts. She notices details. She expresses acknowledgement. Gratitude creates warmth, and warmth invites closeness. At the same time, she is not impressed by superficial gestures. She distinguishes between effort and performance, because maturity has trained her eyes to detect authenticity. Another habit that makes her irresistible is her ability to walk away calmly. She does not threaten to leave. She leaves when necessary. She does not create drama to test loyalty. She does not beg for consistency. She simply withdraws access when standards are not met. This calm detachment is powerful because it communicates self-worth without speeches. It communicates, I respect myself enough to remove myself. People often chase what they cannot control, and a woman who controls her own access becomes unforgettable. She also does not overshare her plans prematurely. She protects her goals quietly. She works on herself without announcing every improvement. She allows results to speak. There is something captivating about a woman who is building silently, who is improving financially, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, without broadcasting it for applause. It signals inner stability, and stability is one of the strongest foundations for long-term attraction. A mature woman also understands femininity in a deeper way, not as weakness, not as submission, but as emotional intelligence, softness with strength, receptivity balanced with discernment. She knows when to be gentle and when to be firm. She knows how to nurture without losing herself. She knows how to inspire respect without demanding it. This balance creates polarity naturally. She does not dominate to feel powerful. She does not shrink to feel loved. She remains centered. Another underestimated habit is how she handles conflict. She does not use past mistakes as weapons. She does not insult character during arguments. She addresses behavior. She focuses on solutions. This emotional maturity builds trust because people feel safe knowing disagreements will not become character assassinations. Safety builds closeness. Closeness builds desire. She also understands that attraction fluctuates. She does not panic during emotional distance. She does not create unnecessary drama when energy shifts slightly. She observes. She communicates if needed. She maintains dignity. Panic repels. Stability attracts. A mature woman also has standards around communication. She does not entertain inconsistent texting patterns for long. She does not accept vague intentions. She does not decode mixed signals endlessly. She asks directly, and she listens carefully to the answer. Clarity saves her time, and time is something she values deeply. Perhaps one of the most magnetic qualities she develops is emotional generosity without self-sacrifice. She can give affection, she can offer support, she can celebrate others' success, but she does not drain herself to do so. Her generosity comes from abundance, not desperation. Abundance mindset is attractive because it feels expansive. Scarcity mindset feels anxious, and people gravitate toward emotional abundance. She also maintains friendships and community. Her world does not revolve around one person. She nurtures bonds with other women. She invests in family. She builds networks. This social richness signals value. It shows she is desired and respected in multiple areas of life. And psychologically, when someone sees that others value her, their perception of her value increases. Social proof is powerful, but she does not use it manipulatively. She simply lives fully. She laughs freely. She enjoys life. She does not complain constantly about aging. She celebrates growth instead of fearing time. Her relationship with time is healthy. She does not chase youth. She embodies evolution, and evolution is captivating because it reflects resilience. Resilience is deeply attractive Knowing that someone can endure difficulty without collapsing emotionally creates admiration. A mature woman has endured enough to know that nothing lasts forever, neither pain nor pleasure. This perspective keeps her balanced. She does not get overly attached to highs. She does not drown in lows. She remains steady. Steadiness builds reliability. Reliability builds trust. Trust builds emotional attachment. And throughout all of this, she remains playful. Maturity does not eliminate humor. In fact, it refines it. She knows how to tease lightly without disrespect. She knows how to flirt subtly without being explicit. She knows how to enjoy connection without forcing it. Playfulness keeps attraction alive. Depth keeps it meaningful. She balances both. And when someone experiences that combination, emotional safety, intellectual stimulation, physical confidence, authentic presence, playful energy, strong boundaries, and inner peace, they feel something rare. Not pressure, not chaos, not confusion, but pull. A steady magnetic pull created by a woman who has mastered herself before seeking to be desired. She also understands the power of restraint. Not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every emotion needs to be displayed publicly. Not every opinion needs to be debated. There is elegance in discernment. When she chooses her words carefully, people listen more attentively. When she withholds unnecessary reactions, her responses carry weight. Restraint creates impact. A mature woman is not easily provoked. Emotional manipulation does not work on her the way it once might have. Silent treatments, mixed signals, subtle disrespect. She recognizes these patterns quickly, and instead of trying to decode them endlessly, she steps back and evaluates. She asks herself, does this align with my standards? That question alone protects her from chaos.